boys and girls, and welcome to Tennessee's at-home learning series for literacy. Today's lesson is for all our first graders out there. Though all children are welcome to tune in and enjoy today's story. This lesson is the fourth in this week's series. Now, boys and girls, my name is Miss Clark, and I'm a first grade teacher in Tennessee schools. And I'm so excited to be your teacher today for this lesson. So welcome, boys and girls, to our virtual classroom. Now, if you didn't see any of our previous lessons, you can find them on our website, www.tn.gov/education. Though you can still tune in today, though, and enjoy today's story. But it might be fun to first go back and watch our other lessons since we're going to be continuing a story we've been reading together. Now, boys and girls, today we are going to be learning about the central message or the lesson of our story. And before we get started learning about that, you're going to need a few things to participate fully. You'll need 2 pieces of blank paper, a pencil, and a surface to write on. Also, if you tuned in with us last time, you'll need your T-chart from your previous lesson, and you can go online, boys and girls, and find a student packet for today's lesson. We'll be on our website, www.tn.gov/education. And you'll find the packet for today's lesson under ELA Grade 1, Lesson 14. Okay, boys and girls, let's get started. Now, we've been learning about main characters, haven't we? And we've been learning all types of things about characters, right? Do you guys remember who our main character is that we've been talking about? Go ahead and whisper his name into your hand and we can all share out together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Jack. That's right. Now, during our last lesson, we found some evidence or key details in our text, didn't we? That helped us prove that Jack, he was super clever, wasn't he? He was a very clever character. Now, you can see on our screen today some of the important details that we found out that helped us find this information. Today, boys and girls, we are going to continue with that story. Okay, because we have some more information still to hear in this fairy tale. Got to hear what happens next and what happens at the very end of our story. And today, our goal is we're going to learn the central message or the lesson that this story is teaching us. Now, this is going to begin with me showing you what that looks like. And we're going to have some time to work together. And then, finally, I'm going to assign you guys some of your own independent work so that you can practice on your own after the video ends today. So let's continue reading the story, boys and girls. I cannot wait to see how it ends. He crept into the house and he got into a big copper pot near the stove in the kitchen. He hadn't been there long when he heard, oh my goodness, everybody do it with me, boys and girls. Thump, thump, thump. And as before, in came the giant and his wife. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman, cried out the giant. I smell him, wife. I smell him. Oh, do you, dearie? Says the giant's wife. I don't know, boys and girls. The giant smells Jack. This is a problem, huh? Again. Now let's add this to our chart. If you have yours from a previous lesson, you can get it back out. But if you don't, that's okay. You can make one with me today. So we have been using our problem and solution charts to help get our ideas and our thoughts down. So if you don't have one yet, if you're just watching with us today, this is what yours should look like. So boys and girls, did we hear a problem? I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, what was it? That's right, the giant smells jack. Definitely a problem. So let's add that to our chart. You go ahead and write your sentence and then we'll check our answers together. The giant smells jack. Let's see, boys and girls. So we've got our first problem that we're hearing in today's part of the story. The giant smells jack. So I started with my capital. I used my finger spaces. And uh-oh, look at my punctuation. Did I use a plain old period? I turned this sentence into an exclamatory sentence, right? Use my exclamation mark. This is definitely a sentence with excitement and feeling. The giant smells jack. The giant's wife said, if it's that little thief that stole the hen and laid the golden eggs, he's sure to have gotten to the oven. Why would the giant's wife think that he must have gotten to the oven, boys and girls? Go ahead and turn and share it with the person watching with you today. Yes, that's right, boys and girls. That's where he hid the last time, right? From the giant. You think he's going to hide in there again? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Let's find out. And they both rushed to the oven, but Jack wasn't there. Luckily. And the giant's wife said, there you are, again with your fee-fi-fo-fum. Why, of course, it's the boy you caught last night that I broiled for you for breakfast. How forgetful am I, and how careless you are not to tell the difference between a live one and a broiled one. The giant's wife's being tricky again, isn't she, boys and girls? So the giant sat down to breakfast, and he ate it. But every now and then he would mutter, but I could have sworn, the giant said. And he got up and he searched the kitchen and the cupboards and everything. Only luckily he didn't think of the copper pot. That's a good thing, huh, boys and girls? Now I want you to listen for a word in this next part of our story. I want you to listen for the word harp. And I want you to give me a thumbs up when you hear it. See if you can figure out what it is. Listen carefully for the word, but also the other words, boys and girls, after it and before it, to see if you can get any clues of what it is. After breakfast was over, the giant called out, wife, wife, bring me my golden harp. That's it. So she brought it and put it on the table before him. Then he said, sing. And the golden harp sang the most beautiful song. And it went on singing until the giant fell asleep. And he began to snore like thunder. Boys and girls, did you hear our word harp? Very nice. Yeah, it didn't just say harp, did it, boys and girls? It used a describing word, an adjective. It's a golden harp. Does that sound familiar, boys and girls? I agree. I'm thinking it definitely does. It was golden, just like the golden hen, right? So we know this must not be an ordinary harp, right? Just like the golden hen was no ordinary hen. Then Jack lifted up the copper lid very quietly, and he got down like a mouse, and he crept on his hands and knees until he got to the table. Why is he doing this, boys and girls? Why is he creeping like a mouse on his hands and knees? I bet you can make a connection with this, huh? I bet there's been a time where you have been as quiet as a mouse for a special reason, right? He stood up and he caught hold of the golden harp and he dashed with it towards the door. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. In our last lesson, we learned that he did the same thing, didn't he? He grabbed the whole golden hen before he left. And this time, he's done it again. And he's grabbed what? Everybody whisper into your hand. 1, 2, 3. Awesome, the golden harp. Oh my goodness. So he was dashing with that golden harp. You think that means he was going really slow? Absolutely not. Dash means as fast as possible. Can everybody show me your best dash across your living room? Ready on the count of 3, just like Jack. Maybe you can even pretend to grab your harp. 1, 2, 3, go! Very good, boys and girls. That was fun. Let's keep reading. But just as Jack grabbed the golden harp and dashed away, the harp called out quite loudly, "Master, master!" And the giant woke up just in time to see Jack running off with his harp. Uh-oh. Jack ran as fast as he could, and the giant came rushing after. When Jack got to the beanstalk, the giant was no more than 20 feet away, and Jack began climbing down. Oh my goodness, is he going to make it, you think, boys and girls? Here he is, dashing away with the harp. He climbed down and down and down. Everybody say that with me. And down and down and down and down until finally he was nearly home. So Jack is nearly or almost home, boys and girls. But he still has a problem, huh? Do you know what it is? Absolutely. Yes, boys and girls, the giant is coming down the beanstalk after him. That's definitely a problem, huh? So let's grab our chart and go ahead and add it. So we've already had one problem in the earlier part of the story, and now Jack's having another problem. The giant is climbing down the beanstalk after Jack. So let's go ahead and write that on our chart. The giant is climbing down the what? That's right, the beanstalk. And we gotta give more details, right? Why is he climbing down the beanstalk, boys and girls? Yeah, that's right. He's after Jack. Boys and girls, now we have our nice complete sentence. That is another problem for sure. Wonderful job, boys and girls. So he called out, "Mother, mother, bring me an axe. Bring me an axe, hurry." And his mother came rushing out with an axe in her hand. She had caught sight of the giant coming down just below the clouds. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. What do you think Jack is going to do here? Why is he wanting his mother to bring him an axe? What is he going to do? Go ahead and turn and share it out with the person watching with you today. What do you think? Let's keep reading to see if he's going to solve his problem somehow. See if you're right. Jack got a hold of the axe and it gave a chop at the beanstalk. All right, boys and girls, I want you to get out your axe ready and give me a big chop. Ready? 1, 2, 3, chop. Awesome. Which nearly cut it in half. Did you guess that this is what he was going to do with the axe? That was pretty smart, huh? Why was he chopping the beanstalk down, boys and girls? I think you guys are right. The giant felt the beanstalk shake, so he stopped to see what was the matter. Then Jack gave another chop. Ready on the count of 3, boys and girls? Get out your axe. 1, 2, 3, chop! And the beanstalk was cut in 2 and began to topple over. Uh-oh. Look at the illustration, boys and girls. Do you think Jack has solved his problem? The giant fell down and broke his crown, and the beanstalk came toppling after. So were you right, boys and girls? Did you guess he was going to cut the beanstalk down with the axe? And it worked, huh? So let's go ahead and get out our paper, get out your charts, and let's write this in a sentence. We just heard it. This is how he solved the problem. He cut down the beanstalk. So let's go ahead and write that sentence. He cut down the beanstalk. That was our solution that we heard today, didn't we? Very nice. That is what your writing should look like, boys and girls, on the screen. Very nice job writing those complete sentences. Then Jack showed his mother his golden harp. She was delighted. Delighted, wow. So how is his mother feeling now, boys and girls, at the end of the story? Yeah, if you're delighted, that's another word for happy. Jack and his mother became very rich, and he married a great princess, and they lived happily ever after. Wow, boys and girls, that was a great ending to our fairy tale, wasn't it? Now, I've noticed that most of the fairy tales end the same. Did you hear it? Can you say it with me on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Happily ever after. Yeah, that's a good closure to know the fairy tale is ending. And we have noticed that most fairy tales have characters who have a problem, right? And they end up solving their problem, don't they? Finding a solution. That way they can all end the same in that happily ever after. Now, boys and girls, as we were reading the story, I couldn't help but think of a time I had to be clever to solve a problem. I bet you guys can all think of a challenge or a problem you've had to solve, right, boys and girls? Maybe it was a small problem. Maybe it was a big problem. But I bet you guys came up with some very clever solutions to solve that problem, just like Jack did in the story. Now, watch me as I model writing an answer in response to one of those questions. So we want to know, what was the challenge? That's a question, so I need an answer to it, right? I got to provide an answer when I have a question mark in a sentence. And the second question we want to answer is this. What did you do to solve the problem, right? Or the challenge? What did you do to solve it? We want to make sure we add a sentence answering that question in our writing. So let's think about how we're going to answer the first question. Now, what was the challenge? I'm thinking of a connection I have, and I'm going to write about a time when my puppy kept finding and chewing on my shoes. So I'm going to go ahead and jot that idea down. And so there's my quick jot. And what did you do to solve it? Oh yeah, I'm remembering that I hid my shoes in a different place. So we have our two questions. What was the challenge? And what did you do to solve it? So my first quick thought was my puppy chewing my shoes. And my second quick thought was, oh yeah, I hid them in a different spot. Okay, very nice, boys and girls. Now that I've planned what I want to write to answer the two questions, I'm ready to turn those quick jots and those words into complete sentences. Since everyone I show my writing to may not know what questions I just answered, I think I should begin with my writing that has a sentence that lets them know what it is I'm talking about, what it is I'm writing about. So my first sentence is going to introduce my topic, tell my reader what I'm writing about. Last week, we had a big challenge, right? We're talking about challenges. So I'm going to write, last week, I had a big challenge. Our writing is going to be about a challenge or a problem. There's my topic sentence. It's going to introduce what my writing is going to be about. Very nice, boys and girls. Now, I'm going to write a sentence that answers the first question that I asked you guys to think about. What was the challenge? I'm going to look back at my chart to help me to get those ideas from my brainstorming quick jot. Oh yeah, I was going to write about my puppy kept chewing my shoes. So I'm going to turn those quick jots into a complete sentence. You guys help me out with what I could say? Good job, boys and girls. My puppy, right, kept chewing my shoes. So I've got my second sentence. It's giving details about my writing, what my problem was. My puppy kept chewing my shoes, and I added an exclamation point in my sentence because that is giving some good, important, exciting details. I use my exclamation mark. Boys and girls, now I'm going to go back and look at my quick jots in my plan, and I'm remembering that Miss Clark wanted me to write about what did I do to solve it. So I've told her the topic, that last week I had a big challenge. I've told her what the problem was. Why did I have a problem or a challenge? My puppy kept trying to chew my shoes. Now I have to tell how I solved it. So I'm looking at my organizer and I jotted down, I hid my shoes in a different place. So let's write that into a complete sentence. So I hid my shoes in a different place. Now we have that third detail sentence, telling the solution. What do we do to solve our problem? Now, boys and girls, let's think about this. I think I want to add one extra sentence to close my writing. I think I will add the sentence, as you can see, this is how I solved my big challenge. That lets readers know, boys and girls, that your writing is coming to a close and you have a good closure. And that tells people this is the end. Just like when we hear a fairy tale, we know that happily ever after signals the end, right? So let's add a closure to our writing. As you can see, good boys and girls, that is how I solved my challenge. Boys and girls, look, now we have a closure sentence. So we have a nice, strong, detailed paragraph that has a beginning, middle, and closure ending. Very nice, boys and girls. That was a wonderful job working with me to complete that. Now that we're finished, let's all read it together. Last week, I had a big challenge. My puppy kept chewing my shoes, so I hid my shoes in a different place. As you can see, that is how I solved my challenge. Now, boys and girls, I want you guys to now do your own task independently like we practiced. Make sure that you think about a time when you had a problem or a challenge that you had to solve. Answering our 3 questions. What was the challenge? How did you solve it? And how can you add a closure to your writing? And don't forget to write at least 2 to 3 sentences. And make sure you're using those capital letters and finger spaces and correct punctuation like we've been practicing. Boys and girls, I enjoyed working with you today. You did a great job identifying those parts of the story and learning the message of the story. Thank you for inviting me into your home, and I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson in Tennessee's at-home learning series.
We know this year didn't go according to plan. Life occasionally springs a pop quiz on you, but you passed the test. Your family is proud of you, and Tennessee is proud of you. This year may have been different, but you met the moment and graduated. And we, at the Tennessee Department of Education, want to spend the next few weeks celebrating your accomplishment. Congratulations, class of 2020.